Welcome to the first official celebration of a well-known traditional custom in several Balkan countries called Mărțișor in Romanian and Martenitsa in Bulgarian. Tonight, the Romanian and Bulgarian embassies, together with the organized communities, have joined forces to reveal all the secrets and symbolism of this much endeared tradition. I will give the floor to His Excellency, the Ambassador of Bulgaria, Mr. Hristo Georgiev, for a welcoming address.
Čestita vama Marta, ca lumină, la multe ani, and happy vama Marta. I greet you on the occasion of the 1st of March, the day of Martenitsa, Mărțișor. After that you hear and you see what it's about. I'm glad that we gather together, Bulgarians, Romanians, Cypriots, guests from other countries, ambassadors, thank you for coming, members of the embassies, our dear Cypriot guests, to celebrate a lovely holiday, the first day of March. This day is connected with a wonderful tradition to give a Martenitsa in Bulgarian, Mărțișor in Romanian. Martenitsa are a symbol of spring and bring health, well-being and happiness. Later you learn the legends and peculiarities regarding the holiday in Bulgaria and Romania. And now I would like to thank my colleague Daniela Tane for the initiative and the proposal to organize this event together. I also want to share with you that last year in March, the Martenitsa was included in one very important list of UNESCO. This is the list of intangible cultural heritage. The proposal was done by 4 countries: Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, and Republic of Macedonia, or here in Cyprus we call this country Fyrom. Where the custom was deep roots, where the custom has deep roots in the folk tradition and psychology. That's why I would like to welcome the representative of the Cypriot Commission for UNESCO, Thekla Papantoniou. Where is Thekla? Good. Thank you. Welcome. And also I would like to thank the Bulgarians and Romanians who are working very hard in organizing this event. Enjoy the wonderful event today.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Now, Mrs. Daniela Sezonov Tane, Chargé of the Embassy of Romania, will extend her welcome.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, beloved children, dear guests, we are very pleased to welcome you today to celebrate the beginning of spring together, Romanians, Bulgarians, and our Cypriot hosts and friends. We had this initiative because we wanted to make known together to our Cypriot friends a beautiful and old tradition, which, by the way, have been included, as His Excellency the Ambassador of Bulgaria said, in the representative UNESCO list of intangible world cultural heritage. Announcing the decision, UNESCO noted that cultural practices associated with 1st of March in Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, and Fyrom, or Macedonia, comprise traditions transmitted since ancient times to celebrate the beginning of spring. The main practice consists, as you could see a little bit at the beginning, at the entrance before coming inside, of making, offering and wearing a red and white thread named Mărțișor in Romanian and Moldovan language, Martenitsa in Bulgarian. Even nowadays, the artifact is considered to provide symbolic protection against perils such as capricious weather or ensure a safe passage from winter to spring for individuals, groups or communities. Since all of you have received those small amulets, we are sure that from now on, at least, you will enjoy a much more protected, safe and full of love spring. Welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Sezonov. From the Cyprus National Commission for UNESCO, who were kind enough to place our event under the auspices, Mrs. Thekla Papantoniou will say a few words of welcome.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, on behalf of the Cyprus National Commission for UNESCO, I would like to express our warm congratulations to Bulgaria and Romania for the inscription of the cultural practices associated to the 1st of March on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Cyprus has also been highly committed to the safeguarding of intangible heritage and was one of the 24 member states of the Intergovernmental Committee that decided about the inscription of Martenitsa of Mărțișor on the list last December. 2018 has also been declared by the European Union as a European Year of Cultural Heritage, thus providing an excellent opportunity for collaboration between our countries to protect and promote our common heritage and values. We believe that joint efforts between UNESCO member states will prove particularly useful for the effective safeguarding of our cultural heritage, the common heritage of the entire humanity. The custom of wearing a martis or Martenitsa is a red and white thread on the wrist is also found in Cyprus, even though nowadays is not as widely practiced as in Bulgaria and Romania. It reflects the need of all human beings to protect themselves against evil, bad luck and natural disasters, all those perils that threaten themselves and their families. I wish you enjoy the presentations of the traditions that follow tonight, and I hope that these traditions and these cultural practices are kept alive and will be handed on to future generations. Happy Baba Martha.
Thank you, Mrs. Papantoniou. And now, some legends will be revealed, around Mărțișor, by Mrs. Cristina Hristo, President of the Romanian Society in Cyprus.
Your Excellency, dear friends, archaeological discoveries in Romania have revealed that Mărțișor are more than 8,000 years old and appear in the shape of small river pebbles painted red and white and stripped to be worn on a necklace. Red, the color of blood and fire, was associated with women, while white, the color of water and clouds, it was identified with men's wisdom. The twisted red and white thread is a symbol of blending two opposites, male and female, war and peace, winter and spring. In a constant movement of matter and energies, it signifies this thread the perpetual exchange of vital forces who give birth to the unending cycle of nature. All over the Balkans, there are countless legends related to this spiritual ritual, spring ritual. I will refer to one of them only, the story of the sun, who once upon a time decided to come down on earth disguised as a beautiful maiden. A dragon kidnaps the maiden's son and locks her up. Without sun, the earth turns bleak into a bleak place. No singing birds, no children laughing, no flowers. Fortunately, a valiant young lad as usual, pledges to fight the dragon and release the sun. He traveled for months through summer, autumn, winter, until he reached the dragon's castle. They fought for days and nights until he managed to kill the dragon and set the sun free. Once the sun was back, the whole nature revigorated, but with a price. The valiant fighter, heavily wounded, had lost his blood drop by drop. On the spot where his drops of blood fell, snowdrops sprang. You will see some of the flowers in the background here are called snowdrops. In Romanian they are Chargé. They are the first flowers to appear through the snow in spring. So the red, what is the symbolism of this story? The legend. The red reminds us of the blood spilled by the young lad who gave his life to save the sun, while white, the purity of the snowdrops, the first flowers of spring. The first flowers of spring. Now it is with great joy and sometimes even with fun to remember these bedtime stories which keep traditions alive. But this is not enough. For us, communities living far away from our native land, it is of vital importance to pass the wealth of our heritage to the younger generation, to help them keep their roots, to remember where they come from. And that is why I would like to call a few children from our school
Who could tell me how old is this tradition?
Okay, the hall has a very good resonance, so I think the acoustics is good. Perhaps you can hear the children. I don't know what happened.
Who could tell me how old is this tradition?
It may be from ancient Rome.
A bit louder, please.
It may be from ancient Rome, where the new year was celebrated on the 1st of March. The god Mars, Ares, was considered to be the god of war, and the red and white colors of the Mărțișor thread may be explained.
Who could tell me how old is this tradition?
It may be from ancient Rome, where the new year was celebrated on the 1st of March. The god Mars, Ares, was considered to be the god of war, and the red and white colors of the Mărțișor thread may be explained as the colors of war and peace.
I know that the god Mars also ensures a nature rebirth after winter, the coming of spring, and the red and white thread may be a symbol of the passing from the white winter to the colorful fiery spring.
Anastasia, what can you tell us?
It is true, but red is the color of blood, of fire, and is associated with the passion of women, while white is the color of snow and clouds, and may symbolize the strength and wisdom of men.
Did you know that in ancient times they hung around the neck a small coin of gold or silver attached to a red and white thread, which was believed to bring good luck and protection?
Is there any reason why people wear the Mărțișor? Of course, the Mărțișor was worn like a magic talisman. The gold or silver coin was believed to chase away evil spirits.
Young girls used to wear it to avoid being sunburned or to prevent freckles on their cheeks. they would sing Cine poartă mărțișoare nu va fi bătată soare, which means if you wear mărțișor, you won't get sunburned.
How long is the Mărțișor worn? It is usually worn until the first sign of springs are visible. That is, the cherry trees blooming, the return of the swallows, and the cuckoo's song.
Then it is thrown away? Not at all. It's tied up to a branch of a tree, is blessing to nature.
What is the symbol of the Mărțișor in our days?
In modern times, the Mărțișor is the symbol of love, or a token of friendship and respect. Traditionally, they are given by men to women who pin them on their blouses. The girls are also free to offer a Mărțișor to a loved one if they wish.
Thank you so much. That's what they had to tell you.
I would like to give the floor again to Mrs. Daniela Sezonov, Tane, for a very important, short but very, very important announcement.
So we make the break from our presentation of Mărțișor for the second part to have the presentation of the Bulgarian traditions, because I have a big pleasure to make a very happy announcement, and I'm very touched. Mrs. Hristo, President of the Romanian Society in Cyprus, has been decorated on the 23rd of February by the President of Romania, His Excellency Claus Iohannis, with the Order of the Cultural Merit, Officer in Grade 7, for promoting Romanian culture abroad. The distinction had been proposed by the Romanian Minister of Foreign Affairs at the recommendation of the Embassy of Romania in Cyprus. I think there cannot be a more deserving person to receive such a distinction in recognition of a lifetime dedication, relentless effort, love and enthusiasm in promoting the Romanian culture in Cyprus and preserving the Romanian language amongst the offspring of the Romanian community living here. Mrs. Hristo is founding member and president of the Romanian Society in Cyprus, organized to promote the Romanian spirituality and tradition on the island. From 2004 until today, she is the founding director of the Romanian School in Cyprus, activating in 6 cities with 15 teachers and some 250 people. She translated 6 books from Greek to Romanian, amongst them the History of Cyprus of Katia Kacidemetriou and the Geography of Cyprus of Pericles Mihailides, which makes her also a promoter of Cyprus to the Romanian people. Last but not least, through all her lifetime work and assiduous activities, Mrs. Hristo can be considered as the best cultural attaché a country can have. We consider ourselves lucky to have her as president of our community, and we are grateful for her constant support, advice and love.
This announcement. I didn't expect and I didn't wish it really, but I have to thank you so much. Thank you for your patience to listen to that laudatio, which is of course exaggerated as usual. But I also want to thank all the girls in the Alianza, because without them I wouldn't do anything. So I am the motor which pushed forward and I wish them to carry on with this, because I'm old enough perhaps to retire, so I wish they would carry on for a long time with this tradition. Thank you very much.
We will now Mărțișor, on the other side of the Tane. Mrs. Rosi Puiuca will tell us the story of the Martenitsa.
March 1st is a feast day Bulgarians love very much. It marks the coming of spring, a day on which friends and relatives exchange martinitses, traditional amulets made of intertwined white and red threads. Martenitsa is a small ornament made mainly of wool or cotton yarn in two basic colors, white and red, which Bulgarians put on themselves on the holiday of Baba Marta, which is 1st of March. The holiday of Baba Marta, Grand Marta, a mythological character in the Bulgarian folklore, is a symbol of the arrived spring, which brings wishes for health and fertility at the beginning of the new cycle of love. This tradition is related to the ancient pagan history of the Balkan Peninsula, related also to all agricultural cults to nature, and has since become a broader Balkan tradition. Martenitsa has been turned into a subject of ritual artistic value that has gained more and more importance over the years, and since then it has become tightly connected to the cultural life of the particular country. So, where did the Martenitsa come from? Here's one of the most well-known legends. The legend goes over 1,000 years back. Bulgaria was founded in 681. A legend about the origin of the tradition tells that Khan Asparuk, the founder of present-day Bulgaria, had a sister named Kuba. She was captured by the enemies. To free his sister, Asparuk has to find free land and take his people there. He promised to inform his sister once the land was discovered. He was to send her a dove that had a thread tied to its leg. While flying, the dove was wounded and its blood colored the thread. Yet, Kuba got the good news and managed to escape. Even though all legends differ, the foundation is the same. It involves our king and kingdom, the delivery of good news of freedom by a sign, a white thread, or a piece of cloth that gets stained with the lifeblood of the one who delivers us from freedom. In its classic form, the Martenitsa can be described as a twisted white and red thread, most often woolly. The colors have a strict meaning. Red represents blood, love, vitality, health and victory, life and courage, and is also a symbol of the light of the rising and setting sun. White is the sign of beauty and represents purity and happiness. Few people nowadays realize that besides a gift to be exchanged with their loved ones or a pretty addition to their attire, Martenitsas are a symbol imbued in an ancient meaning and magical powers. March 1st is seen as the borderline between winter and spring, and a symbolical tradition from death to life, from bareness to fertility and birth. That's why this is a time deemed dangerous, but at the same time blessed, a time for incantations for health, prosperity, love and marriage. That's why there are two sides to the symbolism of Martenitsa. It wards off evil eyes and trouble, but also brings health, power and fertility. Our ancestors used to make it out of wool or cotton in a classical combination of red and white. But there are other combinations as well. Blue and white, usually for boy, or blue and red, typical in some regions near Sofia and Mary. Martenitsas can be even just one color, plain white or plain red, whereas multicolored Martenitsas with threads of all colors are very popular in the Rocky Mountains. In some cases, the two twisted ends of the Martenitsa have a male and female figure made of cotton or wool hanging from them. They're called pijo and penda. In our day, Martenitsas are worn pinned onto an item of clothing, tied to the wrist or around the neck as a necklace. Once they would be placed on different parts of the body, on the fingers or wrists, around the neck, on the toes, on the elbow underneath the shirt sleeve, or around the waist underneath the waistband, or even inside outside the pants. This was for men and bachelors. These are bodily parts that are not chosen randomly. The joints connect different parts of the body and that are thought to be fragile or at risk, so they need the power of the Martenitsa to protect them. By tradition, Martenitsas are usually made by elderly women, but there are exceptions when it is unmarried lasses that make Martenitsa for their beloved as a special token of their love. It was not just people, but farm animals that would be adorned with Martenitsas for health and so that they would multiply throughout the year. Martenitsas are worn until the first blooming tree or the first migratory birds are seen, that is, until the spring. They are placed on a tree or under a stone. In the latter case, you can use them for predicting the future. For example, if there are ants under a month under the stone where the Martenitsa was placed, then it indicates that the current year will be fruitful and fit. Another custom is that the Martenitsas worn until the first day of the spring are then tied to branches or blooming trees or bushes. Thus, in many places in Bulgaria, traditionally, you can see decorated trees and shrubs with different kinds of Martenitsas. Other custom says that Martenitsas are worn until the first storks can be seen, and they could be hung on a tree afterwards. In some parts of Bulgaria, you can even spot the domestic animals and the fruit trees all covered with Martenitsas. Sometimes Martenitsas are thrown in the nearest river, so as the luck to flow as the river flows. The tradition also states that happiness and luck are only brought to you by the Martenitsas, that is given to you as a present. That's why all Bulgarians give to their relatives and friends Martenitsas to tie them on their wrist or decorate their clothes with them, wishing them Chestita Baba Marta, Happy Baba Marta holiday. In the Shepluka and Melnishko regions of Bulgaria, instead of a white thread, a blue one is used in the Martenitsa's mane. And in the Rodopi Mountains, there are also several more colors added to them. Nowadays, with having a big chunk of the Bulgarian population spread around the globe, with remaining Bulgarian population in Bulgaria of about 8 million, these red and white threads come close to symbolizing the strong bonds among Bulgarians around the world. March reminds us of the values which the Martenitsa has carried through the centuries, and all Bulgarians, no matter where they are, they wear it.
Very interesting details. And now, with the knowledge we have acquired, we can proceed to a short artistic program. Small and symbolic, just like the Mărțișor, just like Martenitsa. We begin with Brașoveanca, a Romanian dance performed by the children of the Romanian school in Limassol. Let's welcome them.
Just a moment. Hi, Maria. Saúde.
done, children. Another round of applause for them, please. And now, from Bulgaria, the traditional dance group Martenitsa will perform Lazarki. Let's welcome them. Constantinou will interpret two songs, Măi Bădiță and Nu Mereu Mă Judeca. Let's welcome her. Good evening. Let's welcome them. this very upbeat note, we would like to thank the Hellenic Bank for hosting our event in this impressive hall. We are also grateful and extend our warmest thanks to all the people from both communities involved in the organization of this event. Now, we invite you to have a glass of wine and taste some specialities from both Romania and Bulgaria. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Πιστεύω ότι με τόσους πολλούς Βούλγαρους που υπάρχουν στην Κύπρο δεν ξέρουμε ακριβώς πώς έχει, αλλά μπορεί να έχει 20.000 και 30.000. Είναι φυσικό να προσπαθούν να διατηρούν τα ήθη και τα έθιμα τους για όλους αυτούς που είναι εδώ. Και είμαι σίγουρος ότι εκδηλώσεις σαν αυτήν απόψε σίγουρα βοηθά προς αυτό το σκοπό.
Just experience an amazing event.
Yes, indeed, it's totally unexpected actually. I had an idea to get the two communities together, Bulgarians and Romanians, because I knew we have a lot of things in common. Myself, my grandfather was Bulgarian. My surname from my father's side is Tane actually. I don't speak Bulgarian, but we have connections. I know we have connections, and I thought it will be great to organize something together, and not only for us, to bring more our Cypriot friends and hosts here to have them with us, instead of making something small. So I'm really glad that we managed to organize an event with the effort of both our communities, more than embassies. I mean, they were the main actors. Yes, it is very important. Actually, what I was worried about at the beginning was that it might be a little bit boring with all the stories, and I was wondering if Cypriots would be interested in our stories. But stories are always nice, and symbols are always good to be known and to be revived, and tradition is important to be kept. And yes, I'm really glad. Thank you very much. Hristo.
What actually Baba Marta means for Bulgarian people?
Baba Marta, this is a long tradition. In Bulgaria, it dates since 6th century. There is a lot of legends about this, but we don't have time to tell you the whole story. But in principle, on the 1st of March, all Bulgarians, they make gifts Martenitsa each to another. And the Martenitsa brings luck, success, health, of course, and this is the beginning of the spring in Bulgaria, 1st of March. That's why we put these two colors, red and white, on our coats.
It's very interesting that today's event, it's along with your neighbors, the Romanians.
We have excellent cooperation with our Romanian colleagues here in Nicosia, and I'm thankful to my colleague Daniela Tane to propose to organize this jointly. We did this with the help of Bulgarians and Romanians living here. Of course, I would like to mention one small detail. Last year, in November, 4 countries, Bulgaria, Romania, Fyrom and Moldova, we submitted Martenitsa to the list of UNESCO of intangible heritage. It means that Martenitsa as a people tradition is inscribed in this list of the World Organization on Culture and Education.
Ακόμα μια πολύ όμορφη εκδήλωση από το Σύνδεσμο των Βουλγάρων στην Κύπρο, που τελευταία πραγματικά έχετε έντονη δραστηριότητα.
Πολύ ευχάριστη στην πραγματικότητα δήλωση. Ο Σύνδεσμος της Βουλγαρίας είναι ο πιο παλαιός οργανισμός εδώ στην Κύπρο. Το άλλο ευχάριστο είναι ότι συμμετάσχουν περισσότεροι από τους Βούλγαρους που ζουν και δουλεύουν εδώ στην Κύπρο. Τέτοιες εκδηλώσεις μας κάνουν να είμαστε μαζί, να κρατήσουμε την παράδοση, να εορτάζουμε μαζί και ευχόμαστε αυτή η παράδοση να συνεχίζει και κάτι ακόμα περισσότερο. Αυτό είναι πολύ σημαντικό, να έχουμε τις καλύτερες σχέσεις με τη κυπριακή κοινωνία, να δίνουμε έμφαση στα δικά μας, να συνεργαστούμε μαζί, να εορτάζουμε μαζί. Είμαστε δύο οι ίδιες κοινότητες, έτσι θα συνεχίσουμε.